The security scanner beeped as Marcus Chen stepped through the gate at Skyline Airways terminal. He adjusted his briefcase, the leather worn from countless business trips across continents. At 42 years old, he had built Chen Global Investments from nothing, turning it into a powerhouse that moved billions. Today, he was flying to Seattle to finalize a merger that would reshape the tech industry. "Sir, please step aside," a voice called out. Marcus turned. 3 airline staff members stood near the executive lounge entrance. Their name tags read Derek, Amy, and Russell. Derek, the tallest one, had a smirk plastered across his face. "We need to check something," Amy said, her tone sharp. "I have my boarding pass right here," Marcus replied calmly, reaching for his phone. Russell moved closer. "That's not what we need to check. Company policy requires certain standards." Before Marcus could respond, Derek grabbed his arm. The grip was firm, aggressive. Marcus felt his heart race back, but he kept his voice steady. "Let go of me. Now." "Your hair violates our grooming policy," Derek announced loudly, drawing attention from nearby passengers. "Too unkempt for first class." Marcus's locks had been his pride for 15 years, each one a testament to his heritage, his journey. He pulled his arm free. "There is no such policy. I fly this airline every month." Amy produced electric clippers from behind the counter. The buzz of the motor cut through the terminal noise like a warning siren. People stopped walking, phones came out, cameras started recording. "Sir, cooperate or we call security," Russell threatened. Marcus saw the trap. Resist, and they would paint him as aggressive. Submit, and they would strip away his dignity. He calculated the odds, the potential outcomes. Then he made his choice. "Go ahead," he said quietly. "Do what you think you need to do." Derek's grin widened. He grabbed Marcus by the shoulder, forcing him down into a chair someone had dragged over. The clippers touched his scalp. The first lock fell to the ground. Then another. And another. Passengers gasped, some turned away, others kept filming. The humiliation burned through Marcus like acid, but he remained perfectly still, his eyes fixed on Derek's face, memorizing every feature, every cruel laugh. When they finished, Marcus stood slowly. His reflection in the window showed patches of uneven stubble, raw skin, the destruction of years in minutes. He brushed the hair from his shoulders with careful, deliberate movements. "Are you finished?" he asked. "Get out of here," Derek said, tossing the clippers onto the counter. "And consider yourself lucky we let you fly at all." Marcus reached into his jacket pocket. He pulled out a business card, black with gold lettering. He placed it on the counter between them. "My name is Marcus Chen. I am the CEO of Chen Global Investments. We own 43% of Skyline Airways. As of this moment, I am activating the emergency oversight clause in our investment contract." The color drained from Derek's face. Amy grabbed the counter for support. Russell took a step backward, his mouth opening and closing like a fish out of water. Marcus pulled out his phone, never breaking eye contact. "Sarah, this is Marcus. Initiate Protocol 7 at Skyline Airways, effective immediately." "Yes, all operations. I need Federal Aviation inspectors here within the hour. Also, contact our legal team and the media relations department. We have a situation that requires full disclosure." He ended the call. The terminal had gone silent. Every eye was on him. "You see," Marcus continued, his voice carrying across the space, "this was not the first incident. We have been tracking complaints for 18 months. Discrimination, abuse, violations of passenger rights. I came here today specifically because of those reports. I needed to see it for myself." Derek lunged forward. "You set us up." "No," Marcus said calmly. "You revealed who you truly are. I simply gave you the opportunity." Within 30 minutes, The terminal transformed into chaos. News vans pulled up outside, their satellite dishes extending like mechanical flowers reaching for the sun. Federal inspectors in dark suits swept through the building, clipboards in hand, expressions grim. Skyline Airways employees rushed around, panic evident in their jerky movements and hushed conversations. Marcus stood near the window, watching it all unfold. A reporter approached him, microphone extended. "Mr. Chen, can you comment on what happened here today?" He turned to face the camera. His scalp still stung, but his voice remained steady. "What happened to me today has happened to countless others. The difference is, I have the resources to fight back. But I am not fighting for myself alone. I am fighting for every person who has been judged, diminished, or violated because of how they look. This ends now." The investigation moved with stunning speed. Files were seized, computers confiscated, employees questioned. By evening, the picture had become clear and damning. Skyline Airways had systematically discriminated against passengers for years. Black travelers were routinely denied upgrades, searched more aggressively, removed from flights for minor complaints. The pattern was undeniable, documented in internal communications the company thought were secure, but there was more. Safety inspections had been falsified. Maintenance logs altered. Pilots had complained about aircraft conditions and been silenced with threats. The discrimination was just the surface. Beneath it lay a corporation that had prioritized profit over human life. At 8 p.m., federal authorities made their announcement. Skyline Airways was grounded. Every plane, every route, every operation stopped immediately. The airline that had dominated the industry for 30 years was finished. Derek, Amy, and Russell were arrested on charges of assault and civil rights violations. They were led in handcuffs, past the cameras, past the protesters who had gathered outside, past Marcus who stood watching with his arms crossed. 6 months later, Marcus stood in the same terminal. It looked different now. New management had taken over, the company restructured under strict federal oversight. Diversity training was mandatory. An independent board reviewed every complaint. Real consequences existed for those who abused their power. He touched his hair, fully grown back now, the locks restored. A young woman approached him, her eyes bright with recognition. "Mr. Chen, I just wanted to say thank you. My brother was kicked off a Skyline flight 2 years ago for no reason. He thought no one would ever believe him. What you did, it gave him his voice back." Marcus smiled. "That is what justice looks like. Not revenge. Accountability. Change. Making sure what happened to us never happens to anyone else." He walked toward his gate, his head held high, his purpose clear. The fight was not over, would never truly be over, but today, right now, there was hope. And sometimes, hope was the most powerful weapon of all.